Hey everybody, good morning. I'm here again on day number 2 with ChatGPT. We're going to continue our interview and talk about AI and let ChatGPT ask me questions about what I think regarding AI for small businesses and things about the book. So hey, good morning, ChatGPT. How are you today?
Good morning. I'm doing great. Thanks for asking. I'm excited to dive into our conversation. So, Brian, what sparked your interest in AI for small businesses?
Well, remember, don't forget the questions we talked about yesterday. I think we actually already answered that one. So let's do something that we didn't talk about yesterday.
Right, let's switch it up then. How about we explore what you believe is the most significant misconception small business owners have about AI?
Great question. I appreciate that. Thank you. I think personally, one of the biggest misconceptions, actually, I've got a couple in mind, but one of the biggest misconceptions is that AI is too difficult to understand to implement into a business. I hear so often, I'm not technological, I don't understand, I'm not computer literate, things like that. And really, quite honestly, it looks like ChatGPT just died on me, but we're going to find out here in a second. Uh, Honestly, I think that AI is really, really simple for small businesses. ChatGPT is still with me? Yes or no? Apparently, ChatGPT decided to die. So, yep, there we go. We're going to pull it back up, I think, as the bubble expands. See, sometimes technology is just one of the funnest things in the world, right? ChatGPT, actually, the voice has a limit on the amount of time that you can speak to it, and it speaks back through the day. Now, the fun part about this is I haven't spoken with ChatGPT at all today. So let's do this. I'm just going to ask. So, ChatGPT, ask me some more questions about my book. And we'll just read it on the screen. Here are some questions. What inspired me? Okay. Subtitle, passionate about supporting small businesses. What book busts myths about AI? How does your personal journey? Okay. Here's something kind of cool. I'm going to touch on number 7. Why am I going to touch on number 7? I touched on it a little bit yesterday when I was talking about David Goggins and reading his first book. And in that, the person who was doing the audiobook actually interviewed David Goggins. So one of the cool things, I think it's cool, maybe it's nerdy cool, who knows? Remember, nerds own the world. I grew up as an athlete. I didn't figure out that nerds owned the world until I was in my 30s. Anyway, David Goggins was interviewed, so I decided, what if I interview ChatGPT on the chapter content and see what ChatGPT's perspective on everything was. And some of those interviews, chapter interviews, came out pretty good, I think. It was sharing, its quote unquote thoughts. Now it's artificial intelligence, so who knows how much it really thinks, but it's getting there. So it actually shares its thoughts on the chapters. The other thing, using another AI tool that I don't mention in the book, but it helped me build out a bunch of tools specifically for this book to be used by, small business owners specific to their business. So, how many tools you go online, you type something in, and it just gives you a generic answer. You know, do 3 things, do these things, here's the order, whatever. Well, the way I built these tools was for you to be able to put your business in, and I'm not going to share them. I want you to get the book so you can access them. So I'm not going to share them on the screen, but you can put in your business, what you do, who you serve, and depending on which tool you're using, because I think there are 6. So depending on which tool you're using, it will actually give you the response that you need specific to your business rather than just some random generic, thing that anybody can go in and research and find on Google. So those 2 things are probably my favorite, strongest parts about the book. The content in the book is really good. I've read it a few times, obviously, as going through edits and doing different things. The content is good, but these tools, these enhancements are next level. I don't know. And again, it's just from my research, I don't know anybody else who has built these kinds of tools. Usually they're just PDF downloads and things like that. I don't know anybody else who's built these kinds of tools as enhancements for their books. So do I envision my book leading to more consulting or coaching opportunities? I hope so. that's always the hope. But the book is standalone. So if you find value or if you read through it, you should be able to use the steps and tips and tricks and processes and all of that from the book to actually, do things. It's not just a sales tool. It's a legitimate tool for you as a business owner to use, and combine those with the other things that I just talked about. It's they're really, really going to be good for you. So let's see, what's one message or piece of advice from the book you hope readers take to heart? This is pretty cool. I love these questions. Now, I apologize for ChatGPT not working for me this morning, other than just bringing up the text, but questions are questions. The interactivity would have been more fun. But what I want people to take from this is that small businesses can definitely use AI in their business without losing what makes them unique. A lot of businesses are really afraid of using ChatGPT or Claude or Perplexity, any of these types of tools, these types specifically. They're afraid that it's going to take away their uniqueness or their individuality and things like that. It's not. AI is really here built as a tool to help you enhance what you already do, but take the mundane, repetitive things off your plate so you can do things that are more important, like build your business or build your content or do whatever, service your clients better, more personalized, more engaged. But, let the AI do your social media posts, or let AI respond to your frequently asked questions, or create an invoice and send it, or do follow-up emails. Let the tool do what the tool's built to do. You can set up automations. There are several things that I've got going on in the background that are automations that run a large portion of my companies now, because I don't have to take time away to do those. And they're things that, all businesses have to do. But now I've got somebody, not a VA, but AI, doing those menial tasks that even my VAs, would get bored doing in the past. So that's my biggest thing is, hey, this is not here to replace you. It's not here to water down what you do. It's not here to homogenize you or make you a commodity, do any of those things. It's really here to help enhance what you've already got going on. So Let's see. And I'm not going to say on number 10, because each chapter builds on the next, and each one has something that can be taken away for every single reader. So, chapter 1 might resonate with you better than chapter 3, or chapter 8 might be what you need in the moment. So, I'm not going to say if there was one chapter, because that's not how this thing was put together. It's put together in a way to where you can actually take them chapter by chapter. However, it is written in a sequence, but each one's got its own message, its own tools. So anyway, that is it for me, or from me for today. Whoops, that's not the one I wanted to pull off. How about let's go back to there. So anyway, that's it for me today. I was hoping that ChatGPT would cooperate, but tomorrow's another day. We'll play with it. So if you have any questions, anything, feel free to reach out to me. Look for the book From Overwhelmed to Optimized. It'll be on Amazon here in a week and a half, November 29th. And it will definitely be worth it for you. So in the meantime, thank you for joining me, and have a great rest of your day.